by 20, and then they need the Thunder to beat the Suns by 30. Now, the Thunder's net rating is tops in the association. So in the words of Lloyd Christmas, in Dumb and Dumber, so you're saying there's a chance. But by the way, end of the first quarter right there for Suns and Thunder. They're tied at 25. So come on, Thunder, step it up.
Do you believe in miracles? I don't right now. Here is Jaren Jackson and the Grizzlies. They win the tap. They'll have it to start the fourth quarter. Zach Edey can't hold on to it. And the Clippers come back the other way. For 3 quarters, Clippers played really well against the Lakers. It fell apart in the fourth. One of the reasons why they played so well. That man right there, Chris Dunn, coming off a season high, picking up where he left off.
I just love when Chris is aggressive, not hunting for shots, but when they're available, stepping right up with confidence. Sets the table early with that 3-point shot.
Wells, a straight on 3, cannot retaliate. Edey the rebound, but a whistle and a push off. And
sometimes in the first half. So they're a slow starting team. Clippers need to take advantage of that.
They've got a great bench. They were down 17 against New Orleans on Wednesday night. Win that game in overtime. Ball tapped around. Edey tears it away. Whistle, loose ball foul. If it's on Edey, it would be his second. It goes on Jaren Jackson instead. You can only call 1 foul per possession. Here is Leonard for the 3. It is good. And a 6-0 start for the Clippers.
Well, strategically, because of the minutes restriction, you're going to see Kawhi featured a lot early and often in the offense. So that time able to knock in his second shot. Was first make on his second shot attempt.
Couple of threes already from Memphis taken. They are 27th in the league. I asked Ty Lue before the ball game, would Kawhi's minutes be up? He said has the best bench in the NBA. They play over 21 minutes. Williams drives, finds Wells in the corner for 3. It is good. Jalen Wells, big game against New Orleans a couple of nights ago. 25 points for him.
Well, you talk about a team that loves to share the basketball. This Memphis team, you know, has found a rhythm offensively because the ball moves as much as anybody in the league.
It's interesting. They're 25th in offensive efficiency, but
Skeety inside a win. You know, Ja Morant comes back because the ball is constantly hopping.
Williams is behind Leonard, allows for the mid-range. Kawhi cannot convert. Clippers opened up with 3 straight threes. Deflection out of bounds by Leonard. It'll stay with Memphis. Of course, Isalo on the sidelines after what we thought was one of the most bizarre coaching fires. Coaches in the league, in my opinion. Taylor Jenkins let go. And I say one of them we thought because a few days later, Michael Malone, with just 3 games remaining in the season, would be let go in Denver. Jaren Jackson Jr. lays it in, cuts only down to 4.
And that's a big shot by Jaren Jackson. That's, again, his numbers across the board, points, field goal percentage, 3-point shooting, all are down. But it's early in the season, and I think the way Memphis is playing, he'll make the adjustment and get back to those numbers throughout his career.
Rebound tapped out to Zoo. This is Collins. Look out. Lays it in.
See, that's John. I mean, right there, finding those gaps. That's what we saw and appreciated early. Not that he didn't do it, but I thought he got more concentrated on trying to attack off the dribble. But when he can catch and go like that, it's unstoppable.
Dunn, the gift of grab. Gets it ahead to Leonard. Kawhi a bit out of control and recalibrates. Baseline was available. Ball knocked out of his hands. It'll stay with the Clippers. Kawhi in the mid-range. This one is short. And a rebound is a running one by Williams. There's probably, if you don't follow the league really, really closely, there's going to be a lot of names you don't recognize, but there is a ton of talent for Memphis. Howard, the rookie, we'll talk about him a little bit later, drew some comparisons to Kawhi Leonard. Zoo with a rebound, quickly ahead to Collins.
But the frame itself, the body size, the ability to play both ends of the floor. And he's developed. I think he surprised a lot of people with his offensive skill set early, you know, in his rookie year.
He's an incredible story. We'll tell it a little bit later. Williams inside floats it in. 4 minutes gone by in this first quarter. It was 9-0. Now it's a 7-2 run for Memphis. And again, they come in with some decent form. 3-1 in their last 4.
Yep.
Harden has it taken by Wells with Collins to beat, sizing him up, plays back, it goes to Dunn, his second steal, and now ahead to Harden. Open for 3, lets it fly, rebound, Edey. Although John Collins had some intentions for the iron there.
Yeah, but it's really good defensive transition by the Clippers to get back. I mean, a game ago, that might have been a layup.
Edey misfires inside. That's where he does all of his damage. He's got one made field goal outside of the paint. That was a 3. And Kawhi Leonard gets that one to fall. Opened up 1 for 4. That's his second basket. 13-7 Clippers. Maybe 5 minutes off this first quarter clock. See in the background some fresh players getting ready to check in at about the 7-minute mark. Wells, the 3, comes in with really good form himself. 9 of his last 14. In his last 2 ball games, 17 of 24 overall from the floor is Jalen Wells, second-year player out of Washington State. Leonard. And a back down.
Nice.
Collins available on the wing for 3. Hit 4 of those on Tuesday. Misses there.
Yeah, but that's what you get, that gravity that Kawhi is able to draft. Basically, he sucked in the defender. Now that was an open opportunity for Chris Dunn. I mean, we got the pleasure of seeing it every night. You know what I mean? And you know how much effort it takes from a defensive perspective to have this kind of energy, to be able to play defense at a high level, but to do it also too without fouling. Yeah, every now and then he get his hand caught in the cookie jar, things that happen, but for the most part his instincts have been on point, and we see it early in this game.
He's got a special energy on the defensive side, knows where he is needed. Toss it tap, won by Jackson. 10 to shoot now for Memphis. Dunn again making life very difficult till they get the ball on the other side of the court away from him. Cam Spencer comes in, beats the buzzer, leaves it short. Tough possession for Memphis. Credit the Clipper defense. They lead by 6.
Trail man.
Dunn calls his own number, rolls off the iron.
I'm not mad at that shot either, because he controlled it, but when Chris is aggressive, I think in transition, it just adds so much value to their transition offense as well as their overall offense.
Jackson picked up by Harden, who's not a terrible post defender. Gets the miss there, but the rebound belongs to Memphis. Jackson alone in the corner for 3. That's where he does most of his damage anyway.